All right, guys. So Tim Pool is Tim Pooling quite a bit these days. So his whole thing, you guys know this, every single conservative-leaning commentator for the past however many years, but oh my God, wokeness, 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 and wokeness, 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 bad, bad, bad. It's that and like, free speech, bro, free speech, bro, free speech, bro, free speech, bro. I'm all about free speech and stuff, bro. Their whole identity, all of their commentary was around those two things. Wokeness bad, free speech good. And, find a way to do 7,412 stories where you highlight those things. Well, in a similar fashion to the various politicians who have flipped on the notion of free speech, because we have pro-Palestine students on campuses protesting, it looks like Tim Pool has hopped on that bandwagon and is having quite a bit of fun, completely reversing everything he said he stands for. So here we go.
Trying to get you banned. Yep. And I'd be like, wait, I just helped you, and you immediately turned on me. And for me, there was a formative moment where I met an activist that I had known for a long time, at Occupy Wall Street. And he was a free speech guy, an internet guy. And then I was talking to him, and he's a hardcore leftist right now, commie. And he was like, I love the censorship. I'm glad it's happening. This is a great move in the right direction. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you're the guy who was leading the charge on free speech. And he laughed, and he's like, yeah, for me. And then I was like, so those of us who actually believed in the idea of people being free speech, you never agree with us. And he chuckled, and he was just like, you guys are useful idiots. Yeah. We were demanding the right to say the things we wanted to say, and you marched alongside us. And now that we have that power, we will shut you up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow. He said it to my face, a guy I've known for a long time.
So it sounds like he's saying, like, this guy's a hypocrite, bro. He never even believed in free speech. That's disgusting. I believe in free speech. Wait for it. He's going to steer it right into a ditch.
My idea then became, okay, if you don't agree with free speech, I don't give it to you. If someone comes to me and says, I believe in free speech for everybody, even if I don't agree with them, I'll say, okay, then when you get censored, I will stand with you if you stand with me. The leftists say, we don't believe in free speech. And I say, okay, then I won't defend you. You get what you ask for. Now we have these people who want violence and don't want people on the right to be able to protest. They want the universities to fund their psychotic ideologies. And I'm like, should we bestow upon them the rules they have asked for, which would be if a bunch of Trump supporters show up on campus to protest, they would demand these people are cracked over the head with a truncheon. Should we then be like, okay, well, then Greg Abbott should arrest and remove the protesters trying to take over campus, and these people at Columbia should be removed because it's what they literally ask for in governance.
That's an amazing video. That's an amazing video. In other words, hey, some people are total hypocrites and don't believe in what they say. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. What are you going to do? So his whole position is based on what your position is. That's his position. Hey, you were a hypocrite on this, so now I will also, in turn, be an equal and opposite hypocrite. Okay, this is political brain worms. Or brain rot, whichever one you want to call it. That's what this is. This is political brain worms / brain rot. Because, okay, it shouldn't fucking matter what anybody else says or does if you're navigating these waters honestly. If you are honestly engaging with the political landscape, it doesn't fucking matter what anybody says or what they do, or if they're a hypocrite, or if they're wrong, or what their position is. It's irrelevant. So, for example, I've always actually been a defender of free speech, and so I went out there and made the argument, and probably plenty of people in my audience disagreed with me at the time. I think you should let Ann Coulter speak at this college. I think you should let Ben Shapiro speak at that college. Even Milo Yiannopoulos, who, by the way, is purely a fucking provocateur, and he's trying to get a big reaction, and he's trying to be an asshole on purpose so that there's a backlash and scandal around it, and his name gets bigger. That's what he was like. Even him, I was like, just let him fucking talk. Just let him talk. Because I actually believe in free speech. I'm not concerned that if Steven Crowder goes and talks at a college, oh my God, everybody's going to immediately turn into a conservative Republican. I don't give a fuck. It's easy to rebut his ideas. Let him talk, let the chips fall where they may, and then we move on from there. But the difference is, I'm actually consistent. So when it comes to pro-Palestine protesters, yeah, you bet your ass cheeks I'm going to be out there saying, of course they have a right to speak. Who are we kidding? In that instance, not only do I think they have a right in principle to speak, I also agree with them on the substance that all of these colleges and universities should divest with Israel, that the U.S. should stop arming and funding Israel as they do an ethnic cleansing and a genocide right in front of our fucking eyes, carpet bombing children. So look at this. Look at this instance. Now, here we are. You have college kids who are angered, who are outraged that our money is going to carpet bomb toddlers, and they go out there to try to stop it. And he's like, no, I actually don't think these people should have free speech rights. Tim, aren't you the guy who, like, every other day pretends like you're massively anti-war? Well, here you go. Here's a massively anti-war protest, and all of a sudden, you're not even saying, I disagree with them, but I'll defend them in principle to do the speech. You're saying, ha, since they might not individually want free speech, now I think it's okay for me to ban their speech. By the way, you could play this game until the cows come home. It's fucking stupid, right? You can find plenty of right-wingers who believe in free speech, and a lot of them who don't at all believe in free speech. You can find left-wingers who don't believe in free speech, and you can find left-wingers who absolutely believe in free speech. Why should your fucking standard on what's the correct way to react change based on who's the person in question? So anyway, y'all, that's the show. I love y'all very much. You know the drill. Everybody subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. You can support the show on Patreon below, or you could tip with the thanks button on YouTube below as well. And that's all I got for you. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.